we're in between the vacation things, but
Yeah.
I've got some people. You know, it's ragweed. It's starting with the season, and I know that's like a rough one.
About seasonal allergies, you mean?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like seasonal allergies. That
Yeah.
would be a great
So
one.
I have it on my list for Christine. So she's somehow working on making a program for that. But this might be one of the new things in the new version of the app that you will find very useful, because
Yeah.
all our latest developments are only on the usability and easy things in the app. So in the latest version and in the next version that you will get soon, you now have a search anything button here. And if you hit anything like, I don't know, allergies, you will find everything that is related to allergies in the app. So knowledge-based answers, which are the excerpt from our webinar series, list items, biomarkers, stimuli, okay, and AI helpers that can help. So all of this could help you start your own basic program or add some things on your existing program. So if you go, for instance, to the stimuli bits used to treat allergies, you click on it, and now you see the new unified biomarker screen, which can display biomarkers as usual, but it can also display stimulus entries, for instance. So you can directly test it if you want. You can directly go to the stimuli bits or to the list and items screens. This is currently a stimulus, okay? But it's exactly the same way as you would do with a biomarker. When you click on it, you have some information, and you have this button to include directly into the Harmonic Boost or to include in the test. So if you click on that, you can just do a live test with biofeedback if you want to know if this particular program is good for you or not. And if you click here, you will just include it into your current Harmonic Boost on any relevant program that that can be related.
Can you make this bigger so we can see? You're just a little square right now.
Do you? Maybe click on the share the app. I don't know.
I really want to see this and how you're doing this, but it's super hard to see.
Okay.
You have to click on the top right of Metric's profile and the three dots and just click pin to screen.
Yeah, it should be.
Thank you.
It should be bigger. Anyway, so on the homepage, you have this new search anything, even without a program started, as you can see. So I have allergies. I've already searched it once, so I can just click on it. It's in my history. And I will find, for instance, 2 TCM receipts. So if I click on this one again, I have all the information, and I can add it to my current Harmonic Boost. Remember, I don't have an exploration open, so I'm currently, when I click on this, I will start creating a basic program, you know.
Can you go back and start over again so you can see
okay,
this?
so I'm on the home page.
On the home page, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Let's try to make it bigger, okay?
That's good, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I'm on the home page. I have this new search
you're
anything
saying, right?
function, okay? I click on it and I enter anything like allergies or eyes, for instance, which will give me the results in every possible source of information we have from the app. So you will find here some biomarkers, some list items, some stimuli, one AI helper that could help with allergies, and maybe some excerpt from our videos. When you click on it, you can directly play, you know.
How you're saying that? I mean, I never.
And so on. Okay, so this is help, but this is also everything you can find into our systems. So if you start from the home page and you didn't even open an exploration, it means that you will work on a basic program because there is no recording associated with that. Okay. So you click, you type allergies, and you find, for instance, fatigue buster. Okay, that could help with allergies, it seems. So you click on this plus, and it will add it into your current basic program. You see used to treat allergies. Okay, it seems interesting. It's blue because it's a stimulus. So you click on it, you add it on your basic program, and then you click here to close it, and you can see you have this new Harmonic Boost direct access
So that's opening a new one that
Y-
you're building without a chart?
Yes.
This is opening? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, okay. So it will start creating a program, and if you search for anything else, I don't know, hay fever, what could we find? No, hay, we don't have. What's your problem? What's your reaction to?
I've just been having people talk about seasonal allergies where they've tried a lot of things like the teas and everything else, and
Okay,
they're just
so you,
miserable all season, all their lives, every year. So I was thinking something like this might help.
yeah, okay. So maybe we will need some more specific biomarkers or specific stimuli, you know. But you can just search things, and maybe you have maybe it's draining the eyes, you know. So you enter eye, and you will find everything that is related to the eyes. So into your biomarkers, and you can click on the little arrow here to get it bigger. Sorry, I will put it bigger here. Okay. So you will find all the biomarkers that exist, including TCM receipts. And again, if you want to add the eyes to your program, you just click on the plus. But as this one is a biomarker, you have much more information on the bottom. Oh, you don't have the bottom, sorry. Okay. Just, okay. On the bottom, this is also new from the latest version. On the bottom, you now have tabs with every information we have related to the current biomarker. So the current biomarker is the eyes. We have no information because we have no exploration open, but you have a lot of related information. So you can see all the AI helpers that could be interesting to talk to related to eyes. You can find all the stimuli that you can also embed related to the eyes, of course. You will find the TCM receipts that could be linked to that. And again, if you click on it, you can just add it in one click to your current Harmonic Boost program. Let's go back to organ eyes. You can do directly some biofeedback tests here, which means you don't have only the stimuli, but you have all the programs, for instance, in different lists. So vegetables and fruits, why not? Supplements, meditations, emotions. So this one is a stimulus, so we have frequencies. But for supplements, for instance, we don't. So you could say, okay, let's test some supplements that are related to the eyes to see what are my problems. So you just check them, and you see, now I'm ready to do 6 tests. And I could just click on perform tests, and it would directly go to my lists, and I would start the test right now to do a biofeedback test with a sensor. And in that way, you can know what are the true items related to your allergies, maybe. And you can continue. You just go back to your homepage and you search for other items, and you do your basic program. But you can do the same from saved exploration. So if you open an exploration, you will have the same search anything bar here. But this time, you have more information because you are in the context of a recording. Okay, so in the context of this recording, you already have some pre-selected items to search for, which are all the resources and priorities. You see? And so you have your history of search, allergies and eyes and so on. But in the context of this particular thing, you have a lot of things that are already pre-selected, but you can again search for anything. I don't know if you have some digestion problems, digestive, maybe. Okay, you will find things, including, for instance, one basic program, which could be interesting to add to your current exploration. Some AI helpers that can help in the context of digestion, you know. So the idea with all of this is to just give you access to everything from the search box, be it in the context of an exploration or in the context of creating a basic program or just doing something quick for getting some frequencies.
So can you add a whole basic program to your Harmonic Boost then?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, it'll just play them with it.
Yeah, So when you go to your, sorry, you
Yep.
will go to your priorities. You will click on plus, and here you can add some priorities. You can see the computed priorities from the algorithm, but you can also add from basic programs.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
And so if you go to, I don't know, which one was it?
And those are generally about 10 minutes long, so that would add like a 10-minute to your.
It could be a little, on this one, there are 19 different programs. So I already have 30 priorities. I will add 19, or I will add 17 with stimulus, because some have stimulus, I don't know why. So let's add some to the current priorities, and it would change. If I click, it would change and add some items to my current priorities. So yes, you can do that. And you can also do it from here, where you would search for.
Is there a way to get the that like digestion one off that you add into it? Is there a way to get it off? Like remove it once you put it on? Let's say your digestion starts getting better and you don't want to do like 50 minutes. Can you take those off or no?
I have a better solution. So you cannot remove the 19 items that are related to the digestion, but why not? It's a good idea. So I should think about it. The only drawback is that if you add something from this list before, it would also remove it. But we could have a button like remove all these items from my current priorities. Why not? But we have another nice solution for that. When you go to the Harmonic Boost, so yes,
You could.
when you go to the Harmonic Boost, why don't I have it? Yes, sorry. Okay, you have to go to settings, experimental, Harmonic Boost reevaluation. Right now, this is still experimental, so it's still an experimental setting. But if I go back on my Harmonic Boost now, I will see measured on top. And this, I think, is really interesting. If you want to measure the whole program and to see which one are necessary for you today, you can click on measured and you can do a live test. And this live test will play every item from this program for a few seconds and measure how your body reacts to it and build a custom Harmonic Boost program for you of the programs that you need today, okay? And you can do it again if you want tomorrow to change your Harmonic Boost program. So if you do that, you will now get a new program under measured that are only the programs that are necessary for you today. So it will be shorter and it will be more focused on what you need today.
Okay, can you go through that? Show us.
Yeah, sure. So I would click on live test and it will just start the recording.
And then you just, oh wow, that's awesome.
And you see it's doing 28 tests. So it's getting my bass rhythm, and then it will start playing the frequencies and see how my body reacts to it.
That's so cool. That's like a game changer right there.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I will not do the 28, but this is creating a new recording for us. It's still experimental, so sometimes it doesn't stop, but now it's okay.
And where do you have to go into settings to get that to work?
So it's only in the beta version right now.
Oh, okay.
And it's under experimental.
Okay.
I have one more.
It will when we release the app, it won't be into experimental. It will be directly as a new feature. So we still have something to test and tweak, but it will be available in the next version. which will be 131 probably, and probably beginning of next week. Yes.
So we were looking at the test list with the foods last time, how you had all those stuff uploaded, which is great. And those are things that you guys have put in to test against already, right?
Sorry, come again?
Like when we go to the test list, like we talked, maybe it was a couple times ago, how you could go into your chart, go to the test list, and you could see the vegetables and the stuff that were in there that were good or bad, and looking at those things.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's like meats in there and stuff.
If there is not, you can add them. So if you go to live test, you can create your own list. I think we will do at the summit. We will do some workshops on how to create lists, because it's not so tricky, but you have to understand the logic of creating lists. But once you understand the logic of creating lists, it's really a very powerful feature. So you can just go to products, and for instance, this one I didn't create. Some user created. Okay, so you can create these lists of different items, and each of these items are linked to some stated effects on specific organs, and it could be decided by one of the AI helper. And one of the news is that we have now unified this question mark thing that you saw before on the bottom panel, but you can also click on it, and it will open this bottom panel with some more information about it if we have some more information. Okay, so if you go to, for instance, meditations, and you click on EMDR, of course it doesn't work. It would be too nice. I probably have to open a recording. Okay, so list and items. Yes, okay, so now you can see I have some impacts. I've already explained that medium impact, low impact, no impact, and so on. So for this one, if I click on EMDR, I can see the same information as a bigger item, and I can get some information here. For instance, what is the text of the meditation related to that? I can also go to the listed screens, and I can also decide if I want to test here with this question mark, which is the same action as clicking here on the question mark.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could have some other foods in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just create it.
I was wondering, like on the, I feel like there's some vegan people that their brains don't work right because of butter. So I was wondering if we could put the frequency of butter into an analysis. Or
so we don't work directly with frequencies here. What we do is we have a list of items, and these items are known to act on specific biomarkers. And so by analyzing how your biomarkers are on how these items are energizing or calming some of these specific biomarkers, we can evaluate, we can pre-evaluate if it's a low impact, reverse impact, medium impact, and so on. Okay.
Right.
And then we can just send the information of onions and carrots and broccoli and start to perform a test. And at that point, we will have the same action as we just saw. We will do a biofeedback test. And this biofeedback test will be informed by everything we have regarding these different items. And we will just start. We have the old items that we didn't finish testing. So yes, if we have some frequencies, it will play these frequencies and so on. And as you can see, we still have some bugs, like it's not stopping the frequencies when we stop. What did you say?
That we cannot hear them playing on your side.
Yeah, you cannot hear them playing?
Oh, no, we can't. No.
Okay, so just know that when you launch the test, it will play every frequency that is linked to the items that are currently tested.
So what are the frequencies that are listed to those? Like when you're saying add beans or whatever?
So if you add bean, let's do it quickly, okay? So you want to work on lists. So you go to test lists. You want to create a new list. Sorry, the screen is too big. Up, okay. So you want to create a new list, so you click on create a new list. You call it veggies, okay? And you say it's products, and it's only for you, for instance. And you just create this new list, okay? So you add a new item, and you say butter. And you want to magic guess actions or to manual entries. So for each of the item, you can either ask for the AI to guess what the butter will do to your different systems, or to manually enter what it does. For instance, if you are an expert in Ayurveda, you can just click on VPK and say, okay, butter will, for instance, increase Vata and decrease Pitta. It's probably not true. I'm just saying it like that. Okay. And it will be the stated effect of butter. Okay. And the you can also say it will work on I don't know any biomarker on my brain, for instance. Okay, and so on. So if you want it to detect automatically, let's try it. You do butter and you click on magic guess actions, and at that point it will ask an AI, and the AI will come up with lowering the skin activity, equilibrating. How do you say that? Go to equilibrium for the muscles. Have a higher activities for hormones and for the digestive system. Same equilibrium for the blood, confidence, thoughtfulness, increase calmness, decreasing letting go, increasing hopefulness, increasing empathy. Okay, that's what the AI came for when you ask about butter. It also added a description, and it found some images that you can add if you want, just by clicking on plus, if you want to have a nice image of butter. And now you have this complete list item. You just entered butter, and all the rest was found by AI to get some information about this item. So when you will test butter, it will play different frequencies that come from these different systems. It will not play the frequency of butter, it will play the frequencies of these systems to see if it's relevant to you or not.
So that could be awesome for people with deficient diets because they have some kind of belief system against certain foods. If we would put that food in there, it would have the frequencies connected with that and play like deficient frequencies.
Yeah, except that we don't have yet a system to get the actual frequencies that could be linked to butter. So if at one point we have a system to find frequencies into products or enter them, we might be just adding something to add frequencies directly to an item by just editing it. So if you want to edit it, you click on it. And maybe at one point we will have a way to add some specific frequencies that could be linked to butter. But right now, this is not a knowledge that I have. So it's not implemented into this system.
So what would happen if you were super allergic to something?
Probably when you will play butter, you remember this, the needle that shows during the test. Probably when you will start testing butter and it will pop up on the screen with all the relevant information, you will see the needle going very far on the left because you will have a strong reaction to it when you measure with the sensor.
So it would help neutralize your allergy to that?
Okay, we are talking tests. So I thought your question was about testing it. So when you test it, you will see this needle moving on one side and another side. What you're asking now is what can I do with it in my basic program?
Right.
Yes, and in the basic program, you cannot work directly on butter right now because we don't have specific frequencies on it or specific meditations or things like that. But you can work on the related organs. So we don't have a direct way to address this kind of allergies right now. We will go around and address the organs that could be related to these allergies. So say if you are today allergic to butter, as we don't have a specific frequency or a specific thing that could be only linked to butter, we will not be able to work directly on butter allergy, but we will be able to work on what goes around this allergy. And as we work in a systemic way, according to systems theory, we will work on digestion, we will work on a lot of things, maybe neurotransmitters, I don't know, that could be linked to these different allergies. And in this way, we could probably make things better for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
This, so when my daughter the other week was having issues with her digestion, I had one of her analysis and I went in and I looked at the chart of all the foods. And I mean, she was actually allergic to tomatoes. We know she would have reactions, but that kind of tested good. But it gave us a whole list of fruits and like all the spicy things she was getting like a negative impact on, things to stay away from.
Yeah.
But then it was showing us like which fruits and foods were really high and had like a high impact. So we started feeding her that, and I thought that that was just fantastic
Yeah.
to know that.
Hmm.
And it kind of was, what we were thinking intuitively and what she was craving and stuff. But it was awesome to see that feedback on the impact, which I think is just brilliant for people. I mean, 'cause that seems to be. I have a lot of clients when people are talking, it's like people never know what to eat and they're always trying to figure it out. And yeah, like off of this chart here, where it said, where broccoli was at, what carrot was at, like the onions were testing really low for her, the rice wasn't good. But that was just fantastic when you're trying to like figure out what to feed somebody, especially children when they're not talking, because that seems to be a dilemma that we think what's good, what we want to feed our kids, but they don't like it.
Hmm.
And now there's like something to test directly and whether that's working with their body or not. So I really appreciated that. And I thought this was brilliant since the last time I looked at it. It seems like there's a lot more things added.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just,
because some users created this list.
Yeah.
Vegetable and fruits has been created by a user, not by me, and that's the spirit of lists. What I hope is that in some time we have hundreds of or thousands of lists. For instance, all the products from a brand could be added as a list. So supplements and so on. So this is very useful, and you can actually get this list of what is what vegetables and fruits are good for you or are harming you somehow according to your current state. And Jeff, to answer you, you can add them to your priorities just by clicking here, and that will create a composite of all the frequencies from the different related biomarkers. So it will try and focus the information of onions, for instance, because it will take a composite of all the different systems in you that are impacted by onions and harmonize them at once. So make them somehow vibrate together, which should mitigate the effect of onions in your body, for instance.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's not how you spell onions in English.
Yeah, I know
right?
it's in French. I don't know why.
Yeah. And there was a few things too, when I was looking at the list, not all of them were English. You could kind of figure out, but it was just for something to look at. Like it wasn't translated
Yes.
directly.
What I have to add on it somewhere on my list is that when a user finishes a list, there should be a button like send to the team for review, so that we can see that the list is finished and public, and we can just click on translate everything. Because if we don't do that, the translation is not automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say again, like how fantastic this is, because not only did it give a recommendation of what might help my daughter when she wasn't feeling well, it made her feel good about eating those things, which is a big part of it too. So then that mental aspect where it's like, oh, I'm eating this and this program, the biofeedback is saying that this is helping my body. And I feel like that is significant as well. You know, just eating it with that intention, like this food is medicine and I'm having feedback acknowledging that and validating that. And I think that makes the food go a little better. So
Yeah.
thank you for this. This was great.
Okay, great. You will also find something that is mostly technical, but we had a problem this week with a user that logged in on iOS and couldn't log in on his Mac or Windows, or I don't know, I don't remember what. What?
That is Carl. He's here on the call with us.
Ah, yeah, okay. So we have a solution for you, Carl. We just added what is called OTP, which is a one-time password. So when you try to log in on BioCoherence, starting with the next version or the current beta version, when you log in, you enter your email and you will immediately receive a 6-digit code by email, but you will also receive it as a notification on your other devices if you are already logged on other devices, and you can just log in with this 6-digit code, which is valid only 10 minutes. So when you add a second device, for instance, say you start with iOS, and then you want to install it on the computer, you enter your email on the computer, and you will immediately receive a notification on iOS saying your one-time password is 123546, and you enter that password on your computer, and boom, you are logged in. So it makes things much easier when you forgot your password or things like that. And you also receive it by email. The thing is that sometimes people don't receive our emails, and maybe that's the problem you had with us. So I don't know why, but some providers are heavily filtering emails. So as soon as you have notifications, you receive it immediately as a notification, which makes again the life of our users easier, which is the current focus of all of our updates.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think next time it will be easier to come. Something that will be Dan will see later and will probably appreciate. So let's see that. We talked a lot about drives last time and emotions. Okay, so if you go to the mind screen, I finally fixed the emotion screen that was kind of not finished since the beginning. So now you can get some information about the actual flow of these emotions. It's not yet complete if you are on the beta. It will be complete in the next release. It means it doesn't have meditation yet or descriptions or something like that. But at last, we have the biomarker that is linked to that is now accessible. It was somehow forgotten. I don't know why. And one other interesting thing is that if you go to Drive, you will now get a list of every drive as a constructive and destructive part that can help you see how it works. I probably have to open another.
So those were already in our Harmonic Boost then? Or that's something we have to add?
Sometimes.
The emotions will not be added automatically to the Harmonic Boost. The drives are. But the emotions are not yet into the Harmonic Boost because we don't have yet the frequencies and the meditations and so on. So it will be into the next version. Right now, we don't have any information on it. I've just created it as it's fresh from this morning. I just created it as a new biomarker because it lacked somehow. I don't know why. But the interesting part, I think, is if you go to Drive, you have this panel that you know, but now you also have this list of starting from me inside, me outside, others, and emotion, feelings, actions. You have it as a list with the constructive part on the left, the destructive on the right, instead of just as the graph. And maybe it's easier for you to get it as a list, you know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. So you remember each of these items are opposed. The constructive side is opposed to the destructive side, and this one is opposed on the left part and the right part, okay? So confidence, for instance, is opposed to lack of trust. If you want to see the evaluation, you can go here. So you were on confidence and lack of trust. So this is others feeling. Others is this one. Feeling is the purple one. So if you click here, you will see confidence, lack of trust, which is the 1. So this is the column 1 here. And you see that lack of trust is has more energy than confidence. So the middle bar is to the bottom. So for that, you can either work on lack of trust or work on confidence to try and get it on near the average. But again, it could be interesting to have this list as a plain text list here.
So Medrick, could you speak real quick on how to explain that as a resource? Like the lack of trust and how that would, if you're explaining to a client that there's more energy in that, but how adding that to the chart would mitigate it.
Okay, so what we did is that okay, so lack of trust is a resource. It means it shouldn't be. There's something fishy here. It should be inverted. I have to check that because it has a lot of energy, but it's a negative feeling. So it should be reverted. I have to check something. Okay, let me check that, and I'll answer to I answer you next week after I checked what's happening specifically in this. It might be,
that relates to, we had this discussion with the organism thing back then too. So yeah, if you want to.
It could be the same. Nasty organisms, if they are very high, if they have really high energy, should be reversed in their evaluation. So it should be a resource if they have a low energy. So let me just check that if there is a new bug in my current version or if something else is happening. Okay. Any more questions from your side?
One from me from our call yesterday with Heidi and TJ.
Yeah.
When you are in the harmonic boost, so if you could go back into harmonic boosts, when you are adding stimuli, so part one of the question is, how do you know which stimuli to add, or do we recommend that you just leave it as the basic program unless you're a pro and you understand the ins and outs of the different stimulus that you can add? And then also when you are assessing the different stimulus, like if it is a high number in green, is that something that they would add in because we recommend that it gets added into their harmonic boost? And if it's in red, then is it okay to ignore it?
Okay, so when you click on add stimulus, and you can click here if you want to have it bigger, you will find some things with high impact, but it doesn't mean it's really this particular program that you have to include. What it means is that all the biomarkers related to this program are moving in the correct direction if you include this program. Okay, so you have to apply your knowledge and to see if this particular program is really necessary for your client or not. But you can also test them. In fact, I should have a button to test here because we are.
Those seem super high.
Yeah, it's super high. I don't know. I'm opening. Let me just try this one. Yes, we have super high. Let me just open another recording because maybe this one is too short.
Yeah, because we are basically on a testing perspective, basically scanning very, very short scans just to get the exploration. So then the numbers in the presentation may not be 100% accurate because it's not
Yeah,
based on
okay.
that.
So this seems more normal things. Like
Yeah, those look more
Yeah.
normal,
Mm.
right? Yeah.
Okay, so you are in kidneys, and the most interesting could be fluid retention. And if you want to know more, you can click on it if you want to know if it helps or not. But one thing is that it should be able to lead to the new biomarker panel because you will have more information. So I will say in the next release, I will add a button here because you can add it to your program, but you can also want to get more information about fluid retention, in which case okay. Why doesn't it work? Okay. So anyway, you should get the new biomarker information from that to be able to test it, because there is this possibility to make a biofeedback test on specific stimuli to see which one are interesting for you or not. So this will also be part of the next releases. So if you don't know what stimulus to choose, you should be able somehow to test them here by checking them somehow. Oh, you have it in test here, but you have no search.
If you scroll down, can you?
What?
If you scroll down in the universal search.
Yes, I could, but because right now here I can add items to test, but I cannot search, so I cannot find this fluid retention. So something is missing between the two. The idea is that when I click here, I can add items to a test and test these different stimuli to see if they are related to me or not. And this is the link that we need when you go here. We need the same button here. So I will add this button here. Okay. And so TJ, to answer your question, you might have a lot of recommended programs here, but knowing the one that you need to add or not, you have to either test it or read it by just going into the details of these different programs.
Or if you are Steve Campbell, you can just add them all in.
You can also do that.
4-day harmonic boost.
Just let it play all day.
Even if you've never had a stroke before, you'll add it just in case. I was like, no, we gotta have more metric time for Steve.
It's preventative. We'll just add everything. We'll prevent everything.
No, but I think the idea of testing them with biofeedback could be interesting if you don't want to put too many stimuli on a specific system. You could just test them like that, and that will come as a possibility into the next versions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, good morning. Well, good evening for y'all. What about animals? Can you test animals? Do you have anything for that?
The problem is using the sensor with animals. So we will be able to test animals when we have other devices with clamps, for instance. And we have some different baselines for the frequency we are looking for into animals that might be different from humans. For instance, horses have a heart rhythm about 30 beats per minute, which is very different from humans. But on another hand, I know that bioresonance frequencies for horses are more or less the same as for humans. So we have to, an animal version is definitely something I want to do. But right now we don't have the material tool to use clamps, for instance, and measure animals. And when we have, we just have to run tests and to see if we find some literature about finding the different baselines for different animals. And of course, doing the screens, which will be a little bit of things. And probably add some specific programs that would be linked to animals. So currently today, it's not included into the system, but we have users working with animals like Laura, I think, works a lot with different animals with the included programs, and she has good results. So
I'm getting a dog with eye problems,
yeah,
and I asked AI yesterday about it, and what I intuitively got, AI picked up on, which was the liver. And so yeah, so Heidi, like with your horses, if you have stuff going on, I would love to work on it with you, so we could get some good feedback on it.
I see so many of the animals are being fed just regular water. So it's not filtered water or anything. So all the pollutants like in a city water or anything that's coming out of those kind of wells or, with all the chlorine and fluorides and all that stuff here in America. If that's the water that they're getting the same type of pollution we are. And if it's water sitting outside a lot of the creeks and ponds and stuff now from all the air pollution and the fires and the toxic chemtrail stuff, that's in the water. So it's like, that would be something to want to, start with muscle testing and see if it's the water. And then eventually here, see if a sensor, I wonder if you couldn't even just hold a sensor like on the neck or something like that to see if you could get a reading.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi, where does the Heidi,
I'm sorry?
where does the
Yeah.
heart beat on a horse? Like after you're done running it, like where does it, is it in the neck? Is there a place where it like beats hard?
Maybe like down here on the chest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, check it out.
I
Like,
mean,
I would think right under the jaw.
yeah, underneath the neck, maybe.
So you're saying we should find that spot and shave it there?
I don't know if you need to shape it. I think you just need to put the sensor.
I would do that for yeah.
But the hair is gonna stop the sensor from picking up the electrical signal.
that's why we need clamps somehow.
Yeah.
What about, like, I have a little niece who's she's autistic and she's 2, and to get her to hold that sensor for more than about 10 seconds seems to be a little bit. She's like, okay, and she's just like, that's it.
There's an autism one already that works. I have a 2-year-old on it right now that's speaking more and more the more that they use it. If they don't use it, he digresses. When they use it, he progresses.
Oh wow! So they just play with the program that's already created.
Yep, that Christine, Medrick's wife did, and it really works. So
Yeah, we had some really good feedback when I think we did that first at the show. Remember we did that at the show?
I love
And that
it.
guy sat down?
She's never talked before, and she's 2. So
Yeah, it reminds me, Steven, I'll reach out for that testimonial, but we had a phenomenal testimonial about that. I mean, this is like a subtle thing that you can play in it seems like this is like a great way to address that, but there's not a lot of other things that can do anything. And the BioCoherence seems to be like a great tool to make life easier for people with those kind of issues.
And the teething one too really works. If she's teething, I've had really good feedback on the teething. It is.
Just to remind you guys that if we can get video testimonials, we'd be more than happy to say thank you with extended licenses, etc. So we'd be very happy just to even spread the good word, you know.
Mhm. Okay, do you think we can manage to finish at 5 straight? On the mark. Okay, I will just show you a last thing.
I have 5 more questions.
Okay, cool.
Just kidding.
Um, just one last thing from the app. Where is it? Okay. You were requesting that the report could always include an AI helper summary. So what we did is, if you click on reports and there is no AI summary, it will just pop up and suggest you to click on one of the AI to create a summary for you. And this AI would be selected according to the main focus of the recording, but you can also show all helpers and choose the AI you want to write the summary of the exploration for you. And again, if you leave it empty, it will be removed by default. It will be removed from the PDF, so it won't print an empty page as it's used to be until now. And you have this button to ask an AI helper directly from it. So remember, AI helper summary are really useful on the report because it will read all the biomarkers, the priorities and resources, and it will write something in the spirit of the biomarkers that you are choosing. So it's a very interesting way to have a quick analysis of your recording and your exploration. So the simple fact of clicking on PDF reports will start generating the report and ask you directly to choose what kind of helpers you want to let you choose in what spirit, on what angle you want to analyze this exploration.
And actually, just on that note of the AI helpers, I have been asked a few times from people saying, is there a general AI helper for kind of everything? And the answer is no, we can't do that, right?
Yeah, we can do that because we have thousands of different information and it's just too much. AI helpers are based on GPTs and GPTs are doing a textual analysis, okay? So we feed them a lot of information about your different biomarkers. But if we give them, I don't know, 20 or 30 different information on 1,500 different biomarkers, it will just be lost and start babbling non-coherent things. So we have to limit the amount of information we give to the GPTs, and we limit that according to the field of expertise that you choose. So that's why we have different AI helpers, and it's also good to focus your search according to the different AI helpers because it's also helping you getting answers in specific manners. So I think it's also good like that. What do you think?
Amazing, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, 5:02. It's a new world record. I stop the recording now.